So I just got the nicest message and the meanest message all in one day. And I tell you what, YouTube is something else. It is something else because I've had so many subscribers in such a short time and so many views on my videos and stuff. It's been like, wow, what's going on? So I really wasn't prepared for any of this. But I did have a comment about my love story video yesterday about how they said something like, you don't know what you're talking about, I don't know what you're talking about, blah blah, you know, something like, it was just really mean. And I decided, I thought about that, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I really stumbled in that video. I really like tripping over my words, blah blah blah, like I don't know what I'm talking about. And I did question myself. It's like, what's that all about? Why, when I talk about coaching, why would I stumble like that? And I think it has to do with probably imposter syndrome, maybe. Like maybe I'm not fully believing it. But then I had to really coach myself this morning and see like, where was that coming from? Like, why did I stumble over my words? And why is it that this guy or girl or whoever, this hater online why is that even getting to me? Like, do I believe that I don't know what I'm talking about? No, I don't. I know that I do know what I'm talking about. And I also know that I'm new to being a coach. So I've been a coach coming up on 2 years, but I've done so much work on myself over the years, going in and out of the organization and just all of the BS that I've been through. If you've watched my stories, or I did my EXJW story. It's like, it'll probably be like 1 through 10 or something like that. But if you've watched that, you know that I've been through a lot. And yeah, I am a new coach, but I'll tell you what, when I went through coach training, it changed my life. It literally changed my life. It really did. When I first heard about it, she was like, once you learn these skills, they're transferable to any other part of your life. It's kind of like, well, if you can lose 40 pounds, like, how did you do that? Were you tracking it? Anyways, just all these little skills that you learn. And with coaching, sometimes it's like delayed gratification can be one of them, or like, how could you use that with money? Well, that's helped me with finances too. Anyway, when I learned coaching, it really did change my life. It changed everything, because like I said with my boyfriend in my video from yesterday, there came a point where I was like, I don't know if we're gonna survive this. And I knew it was because of me. I knew what I was doing. I was doing the same thing I always do. It was almost like I was a tumbleweed in my life, just being blown around. Well, I don't know. And then I got married here, and then I had some kids here, and I don't know. Well, it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm just like, can I just get my life together already, So I was tumbleweeding my way through my life, and when I found coaching, I took full control of my life. Full control and full responsibility for every choice that was given to me to make. When I was a child, it wasn't my choice what happened to me. When I was under 18, I was a kid. Even though the Jehovah's Witnesses would beg to differ, when I was 16 and I was abused by my stepdad, I was a child. And that's for all of you Jehovah's Witnesses that are watching. I don't mean to point like this, but it's like, I know what they say about me, and it's very painful. It took me decades to get over it. I was a child. So anyway, yeah, okay, so haters, and then the nicest comment that I got today, okay? Somebody messaged me and he had said that him and his wife started watching my channel and my videos, and he said that he's, 3 years out of, going to the meetings and stuff, and he just told me that even though our lives are so different, he said my tip about writing it down in a journal, he said, really helped him a lot, and he's been in a really bad place lately, and he encouraged me. He's like, keep it up, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, with all of these haters that I've had in the past few weeks, which has been, I would say, like one a day. I mean, I would think that's kind of a lot. I don't have that in my normal life. But with all of these haters, it's like, I'm not even going to focus on that. Because look at how many people are like, I love what you're doing. I just found your channel. Like, I appreciate your message. All of these awesome comments. Like, that's where I'm at. Okay? Like, the haters, they're going to be there. They're going to, and if they don't have this name this week, next week they'll have a different name. I mean, they're going to be back. They're going to be back. It's fine, but I just hope that even when they're here that they get some positive message. And really, my video the other day, it was intentionally, I left that part in my video because this channel is all about not being perfect, because we're not supposed to be. If you'll notice, I don't have thumbnails on my videos. I do not have any text across the pictures in my thumbnails. I don't edit my videos. I just talk and then I post it. So this channel, I mean, I am going to leave in things when I stumble and I mess up, because that's what we're supposed to do. And I'm 49 years old and I don't have time to fuck around. Like, I am the most real person that you'll ever meet. So I just don't want to mess around. Like, I think that's why lying is like my number one. Ugh, I just don't like lying, because it's like, what a time waster. How, and you're thinking like, well, I don't know, well, it's like so confusing, and then I'm wasting my time going in circles. No, like, I like honesty. My daughter said it's so funny the other night. She goes, what did she say? She goes, well, she goes, and then they don't like somebody to just tell it to their face. What they love is like, and she's talking about friends and stuff at school, what they like is for us to just talk behind each other's back. And then she says, and then I told them I wasn't raised like that. Oh, it was so funny, because that's how I am. Like, I want to say things, but I want to say it honestly, and I also want to say it nicely. In my 20s, I was like not nice. I was very frustrated, so I would say a lot of things that were, I try to hurt people with my words. My words could be very sharp. And so I've had to learn how to really like not take offense to people, and not not make it mean anything about me, like actually look at the words that they're saying, okay, and then don't internalize it and like build it into something that it's really not. So I've had to learn how to do that. But yeah, that was my experience this week with comments and everything. I appreciate everyone that's here, and it was a surprise to me on that fourth or fifth one that it really took off, and I'm like, wow, yeah, that was really cool. And I saw a lot of people come over, and I didn't really know what was going on. I'm like, is this normal? It seems like a lot. And yeah, and I guess it was quite a bit. I'm just doing my best, I'm never gonna claim to be perfect or to want to be perfect. I want to be human. I want to have the full human experience, which sometimes that means crying, and sometimes it means being angry, and sometimes it's like the most exciting times ever. I want to do all of those things. I want to live a really full life and not shy away from negative emotions, not try to cover them up with like alcohol or shopping or drug abuse or just all of those things, toxic relationships or whatever it is. Like, I want to experience it. I really do. So that's what coaching does. It just helps me be able to experience it and not have just not have a bad experience because of a feeling, like a literal vibration in your body. If you think about it, okay, how many things do you avoid because you are running from that feeling? I don't know. You let me know, because I'll tell you, for me, a lot. We can talk about this more later, but I was talking with a financial advisor. She's part of my women's group, and we meet in person. We're like a local, like, small business owner ladies. It's so much fun. But so this lady is a part of this group, and I was talking to her about, finances, because I've been terrible with my money over the years, like, just horrible. Like, well, for a long time there wasn't any, but but now I'm like, how do I manage it? Like, how do I take care of it? How do I have a relationship with money? I've never done this before. Yeah. So I'm learning too. I'm learning too a lot of things. But I know for sure that coaching is like the key for me, because now I know that I can do it, no matter what. Like, I can do anything because I'm going off of like all my past experience, and I'm not running from like a vibration in my body, like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared, I'm so nervous, I'm so angry, I'm so sad, I'm so, like, no, like, let's process that feeling and then we can get on with it. And one of these days I'll do a video on how to process a feeling, and I'll probably come on like probably crying, or I don't know what, like actually having a big feeling, and we'll work through how to go through that feeling. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, all right. Well, this makes me feel better just talking to you, even though I'm just in my car talking to myself. Yeah. Journaling is amazing. Okay. So that commenter that said that, like, big hugs to you. Journaling has saved my life. I really do believe that. Once you see your brain on paper, or even I call it sometimes my heart smeared all over the paper, it's like, oh, I get it. You can understand yourself so much better, because some of the things you'll write down, you'll be like, is that true? Is that really true? So yeah, journaling is amazing. Having a community, podcasts are awesome. I have one. What else? Books. The library saved my life too. Groups, yeah, communities, like, just having that like connection with people, that's awesome too. So all of these things, they don't have to cost any money at all. And it can really, really, really help you. And there's also like workbooks, that sort of thing. Yeah, little workshops, all kinds of stuff. But my daughter's calling, so I'm gonna go. Bye, everyone.